Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Scott.
The pathway for Hall of Fame inductee, gold medalist, and NBA champion started in rural southeast North Carolina at the Laurinburg Institute.
And was known for being able to get young men into college on scholarship, basketball scholarship.
A 6'5" guard, Charlie Scott was heavily recruited. With the decision to make, Scott was influenced by his high school coach, Frank McDuffie.
He understood the significance of being the first scholarship black athlete at the University of North Carolina.
Being the first at UNC was pivotal. Scott shattered Carolina's color barrier, but he still faced obstacles.
I would be, the first black athlete really to play in those arenas.
Scott's actions paved the way for other teams at the university to follow. Hubert West was the first black track and field scholarship athlete. It was a junior year conversation that prompted thoughts about a future in coaching. Yet another leap.
At the end of my senior year, I was hired as an assistant coach at Carolina.
West became the first black head coach at UNC after the retirement of late coach Joe Hilton. The likes of Hubert West on the track and Charlie Scott, who graced this floor in 1966 in Carmichael Arena, were the start of representation and diversity that have continued to knock down walls to this day. But the ACC wasn't an early adopter.
The ACC was one of the last conferences to desegregate. The conferences in the West and in the Northeast had black players as early as the early 20th century.
Scott arrived not long after the Civil Rights Act of 1964 passed, following rising racial tensions on full display in North Carolina and across the country. Today, the Knight Commission is focused on the success, health, and safety of college athletes.
And our care model is there to be public disclosure of the gender and ethnicity demographics of athletics departments, administrators, coaches, and athletes.
The care model, connecting athletic revenues to the education mission, ensures that advocacy and transparency are at the forefront of the Commission's focus. To West, having someone that looks like him is bigger than track.
It gives a young lady or a young man a target, someone they can look, a goal that they can reach, that they can look and say, hey, I can do that.
Scott says sport is becoming colorblind.
Athletic competition is probably the only place where there is no racism involved, because every team wants to win and every team is going to put out their best athletes.
And the ball game is over. North Carolina has won.
Within the research triangle today, Kevin Keats, Kara Lawson, and Hubert Davis are at the helm of premier college athletics teams and shining examples of the change that continues. I'm Kyle Ennis, reporting.